Happy Friday, BFFs! Woo!
Hi guys, happy Friday.
We are here with Christina. And Christina, why have you brought your garden to our spotlight?
I have brought our microgreens. Yeah. So today I wanted to chat about our small business that's selling microgreens. It's called HOAcres. And before we hit recording, I was kind of pointing out, like, it's not pronounced HOAcres.
It's deceiving. In fact, it's not HOAcres.
I guess you use a hoe when you're gardening too, so it has multiple meanings. But yeah, it's HOAcres Microgreens, and we just really like to garden, and we live in an HOA, so that's how we came up with the name.
Oh, a little play on the HOA.
Yes,
I like
trying
it.
to grow food under the ever
Under the
watchful
rules
eye.
of the man. Yes, we know that.
So you grow this at your house? Like,
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We do. So to kind of, I guess maybe like introduce myself, I know a few of you guys, but I'm Christina. I'm married. We've been married for 11 or 12 years. I have two boys. They're 3 and 7. They're insane. Love them. And I am a Christian. I committed my life to God probably in college, but then I would say that where, you know, the rough really met the road and refined my faith was in my early 20s, and with the husband as well. We grew so much in that time frame.
Nice.
And we lived in Seattle for a good 8 years before moving here, and that is where we kind of started gardening.
Okay.
We thought it would be just like a fun hobby, and we also, if we're honest, I think the husband really wanted to start gardening when COVID happened.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was like freaked
Yeah.
out about food. And he's like,
Smart. Yeah.
we have a yard. I want to see if I can actually grow food. Like, can I grow food? And we had a couple of cherry trees and a pear tree out front. Gardening is very popular in Seattle. Everybody's yard is eclectic and weird, and nobody matches. And so, yeah, we started gardening, and Seattle's weather is super crummy in the winter, like 6
Kind of
months
like
of
it's
cloud.
been lately
It's
here,
like this,
actually.
except it's like cold out, you know? So
Yeah.
like the first year here and it got cloudy, I thought like, oh, we need to wear jackets. So I put on a jacket and I stepped outside and I was like, this is
Still
not
90 degrees.
This is not jacket
weather.
weather. But yeah, so like the clouds during the winter time, gardening outside, like there's not much you could do. So we tried growing microgreens, just to like as another way of growing and growing during the super cloudy, crummy months.
Awesome. So we were talking beforehand, I've never really heard of microgreens.
Right.
So like if someone asked you,
What are they?
What are microgreens? How would you describe that?
So I would say that they are plant seeds that are grown for like 1 to 3 weeks, and you harvest. And this is what you're harvesting. Or like we have this big tray down here. We grow in a 10 by 20 tray. So it's seeds in close proximity, grown indoors, under a grow light, just using water. And it takes about 1 to 3 weeks. But if you were to grow, like this is broccoli here, if you were to take one of these broccoli seeds and put it in your yard, which we have, out back, not out front, we're in an HOA, you can grow a broccoli out of this. But microgreens are growing a ton of broccoli sprouts in a like small area, you know, in a tray, and then harvesting. And they're really popular because of the nutrition. They did like a study of like the Journal of Agriculture and Chemistry, and there are other studies about microgreens. And what they found is if like you were to eat a cup of this broccoli greens versus a cup of full-grown broccoli, their counterpart, you get 4 to 40 times the nutritional value of vitamins and minerals.
Wow.
So there is a lot of like nutrients in just the seed sprout.
Wow.
And so that's why they're touted as like nutrient dense, #superfood, other catchphrases like that.
Do they taste like sprouts, or what do they taste
So
like?
yeah, so I brought broccoli and salad because I'm usually telling everybody what they taste like, and I thought you guys could try them for me.
Ooh, interactive today.
Interactive.
Love it.
Yes. So broccoli. Melissa has my broccoli. You want to try it?
Let's unveil the broccoli,
Yeah.
everyone. So you just like grab it,
A little
huh?
bit, yeah.
though.
Try and
How
grab just a
crazy is
couple
that? It doesn't
stems.
even
It's like
look
a rabbit.
broccoli.
You just get a couple. I'll
Yeah.
start with. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I have to try it too, because this does not look like broccoli.
No.
It tastes like broccoli.
Does it taste? Yeah.
It tastes like broccoli. This
right?
is fascinating.
Yeah. Just like a nice mild.
I never knew. I just
flavor.
imagined I was eating like a shamrock or something, you know?
So
Grass.
like, they they
Oh,
taste
my
like what
goodness.
they are. Sometimes they're like a little milder, and I would say I think broccoli is probably
good.
my favorite because it's the simplest for me to incorporate into dinners. Like last night we had teriyaki chicken with rice, like the Trader Joe's bag frozen teriyaki chicken. It wasn't even like uber fancy. And I just threw a whole container of the broccoli greens in at the end, and I just mixed it and enjoyed
That's what I was
it.
going to ask you. Do you
Nice.
cook it or?
And you could. So I have a friend who, for her kids, she makes confetti quesadillas, where she cooks the broccoli into the quesadilla, so it's wilted, but they're getting some nutrition.
Yeah.
Getting
there.
a lot of nutrition.
Right.
In a very small.
In a small little.
That's
packs.
really good. That is insane.
So-
it tastes just like broccoli.
Yeah, it does. That's crazy.
That's
delicious
the broccoli.
too.
I brought salad as well. The salad
Okay.
mix, if you want to try that, Jenny, and you could try it
Let's
too.
unveil salad now.
Salad mix, it has kale, kohlrabi, broccoli, arugula, and red cabbage. So I would say this is a little more robust flavor. Like it's a little more.
That is so good.
But if you enjoy eating vegetables and you like spiced foods,
I was going
right?
to say one of them has a little bit of a kick. What is
Yeah.
That is probably the arugula.
Oh my
Or-
goodness.
This is crazy.
Okay, so like what would you do with this? Like this is your salad, you put cheese
Yes.
dressing on it and you just
So
chow
yes,
down?
you totally could. So I would take a container of this, and because it doesn't have a crunch, and a lot of salads have a crunch, I'll dice up a cucumber, I'll slice some cherry tomatoes in half, maybe add some mozzarella balls, and whatever dressing, like a balsamic. I like balsamic vinegar.
Yes, yes.
I also, this one, I would garnish any salad, any taco, any wrap. Like you want to make shrimp tacos, rather than pulling out your, iceberg shredded lettuce,
yes.
I would do this one.
So you get the nutrients, you get a little bit of the
Flavor, yeah, a little more. And I will say, like, the flavors are pretty robust by themselves, but once you incorporate it into a meal, it does settle a little bit too, because, you're eating if you're eating shrimp tacos, and you add this instead of iceberg lettuce, you're gonna taste it, but it's not gonna be like a, overpowering
Right.
flavor. So,
And how do people get this? How do you go to a store? Do they go
so
to you? How do we do it?
that's kind of the thing about like microgreens is we grow them in these trays. We harvest. They're good for maybe 7 to 10 days. Some friends tell me they last for 2 weeks. You put them in your refrigerator, and you could either use a few at a time, garnish a dish, or eat like just one meal at once. So the freshness factor, right? They're super fresh. They don't preserve well. You can freeze them and put them in a smoothie, or you could dehydrate them, and that's gonna get a longer life. But all that to say, like where to buy. You don't see these in the grocery store.
Right.
Like you might see these in some, like at markets, like I'm at a market. There are a couple other folks in Seattle who sell at markets. You'll see these at restaurants because restaurants, like they, purchase they purchase a whole tray and they incorporate it in their menu, but you can't really just buy these at the grocery store. So we sell them Shearwater first Saturday of the month.
Okay.
That's one of the main markets that we're at. And we're going to be at the Healing and Wellness Expo on September 28th, which is in like World Golf Village.
Yeah.
So we're going to be selling these there. And then the other thing that we're really trying to sell is porch pickup. It is so convenient for us to just sell and do porch pickup. And we use that app called HOAcres. If anybody's bought sourdough from Haven Bread Co. Yeah, she's in the group, and I get bread from her, and I use my greens. I do sourdough bread with some greens and eggs.
Ooh, that's probably
it's
so
wonderful.
good. Yes.
Yeah. But HOAcres is our ordering platform. So if we could toss that in the links afterward.
Yeah, we'll put
because
that in there for you.
we do have a menu active right now, and you can buy now through Monday. And
Do you buy a tray, or how does that work?
yeah, totally. the way that we're selling is this size container. It's 1.5 ounces of greens, and it's ready to go. Refrigerate it, rinse, and enjoy. Incorporate it into your meals. We don't sell a whole tray.
Darn
I would
it.
love to sell a whole tray
Give
to
it
a
to me.
restaurant, you know,
Right.
restaurants, you know.
If you're watching and you own a restaurant, we can get you a tray.
Yeah,
We have a
I can
special
hook you up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and these containers, we sell them for $5 each.
Okay.
And I would say, like I said, 1 to 2 weeks in the fridge is your shelf life. I usually see people buy 1 or 2 containers because, and in part, I want people to have a good experience and I don't want them to go bad in their fridge.
Right.
So 1 to 2 trays in a week or two is what I typically see people the right level
Right.
to buy and have a good experience and not let it go bad.
So is this filling? Because I don't know, if we're talking about a salad, I could probably eat 4 of these.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What
So,
is this
but is
serving
it more
size?
filling because it has more nutrients?
I think the nutrition is there. The filling factor, that's where I like to incorporate them into meals.
Okay.
Or even cottage cheese. I would like to add a protein to this, right? So I'll mix a 1/2 cup of cottage cheese with this. Or if I'm doing breakfast, like I said, a slice of sourdough, maybe 3 scrambled eggs, and a 1/4 cup of greens on top. So I typically incorporate them into a meal because, in my opinion, they're not filling on their own,
Okay. Yeah.
but you're getting a level of nutrition that it leaves me with a positive, happy mindset because
Right.
I made a meal and I cooked it or just prepared it in a way that it looks delicious, and I'm not just eating some crummy,
Yeah.
quick, I don't know, gas station stuff because I'm
Yeah.
running late. I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
No, this is delicious. I could totally see putting it on a fish taco or something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I did. I wrote down this one catchy phrase I heard. Micro rituals lead to macro changes,
Oh,
right?
I like
and I was
that.
ooh,
Yeah.
microgreens. I haven't adapted
Your
this phrase.
tagline.
I don't have the catchphrase, right?
Yeah.
But it feels like a catchphrase because
Yeah.
my thought is, and the husband and I both, we really enjoy growing food. This started as just a gardening hobby, and even we have an Instagram and we talk all about the gardening stuff we're doing in our backyard.
Okay.
This was a way to sort of make a business out of it, but we truly think that there's this beauty in gardening and having the patience to watch something grow and realize what it actually takes to grow it
Right.
is kind of cool. And then incorporating just legit really fresh food into a meal,
Yeah.
it kind of I don't know, it inspires us. So we hope to help others by producing the goods for them so they too
Right.
can kind of get inspired by eating something healthy and eating something that's kind of fun.
And you have little ones, so it's teaching them
Yes.
the value
Good.
of eating healthy, and
So true.
It's a lot easier to sneak this into a shake or a
Yeah.
meal, right?
Yeah,
So
or even a
Exactly.
soup, wilt them in a soup so they can't even see them.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, you just blew my mind with microgreens.
Yeah.
I've heard it's the new buzzword, microgreens, but I never really understood it till today. So this has
Good.
been great.
I'm glad. And
And the broccoli, guys, get the broccoli.
I was gonna say, can you pass me some?
Yeah. I'm sorry, we have to go now. We're doing lunch.
thank you guys for having me.
And how should people get in touch with you, actually? Do you want them to use that app if they
Definitely.
want? Do you
We have a website
Okay.
and a whole page committed to recipes because that's the biggest intimidation.
Nice.
What do I do with these? I don't
Yes.
know. So definitely our website for recipes and there's a little blurb on where to buy. And then Hot Plate is our purchasing for porch pickup, and you can subscribe and they don't spam you. They send one message saying, hey, a menu just dropped, you can go by here and click the link. So that's been a lovely way to do ordering for us. And
That's
Instagram.
fantastic.
Instagram is fun.
Okay.
If you like to just learn about gardening.
Oh
in
yeah,
general.
that would be fun. I want to
We're
check that out.
covering all of our spaces.
That's great. It's just taking
For better
over.
or worse.
right?
Yes.
Exactly.
The amount of effort, guys.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
It was so
today.
nice to meet you.
Yes, and
Yeah.
to try the greens. And all right, BFFs, so have another great Friday out there.
Happy Friday! Have a great weekend.
Now I gotta try to turn off the thing, so maybe just another 10 minutes. Okay. Oh wait, no, there it is.